Yo, what's going down? It's your boy WFX. I am doing a show called Hook, Line, and Thinker with DJ D Phoenix on Neo Retro FM, so tune into that.
Friday, Saturdays, so I don't have Sundays off anymore. And
even the day after the fight.
Yeah, I believe the day after the fight is a Sunday.
Right.
So I'd have to put in for it. So
I don't want you to do anything special because there's nothing like monetarily to gain. This is totally like just for promotion, get you guys out there. If I could pay you guys to like show, dude, I totally would. And I'd pay you double whatever they're paying you, whatever that is. But I don't want you to.
If I'm able to, because that's something I should do is try to get the day off anyways, because who knows, I could be feeling kind of hurt after the fights, not always win or lose. Sometimes, you need a good,
one day
rest after, but it's not always a guarantee you can get time off, in my line of work, it's, if they don't have relief available, you're working,
Right. Well, I would hope that with over a month's advance notice that they would be able to find somebody, especially because it's the day after your fight.
Yeah.
So then do you want me to hold off then?
Yeah, give me another week or so, just so that when I settle into my new spot, because I don't start till next Monday.
Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, so
Sergeant.
Yeah.
Check you out. Well, what are you right now?
I'm just officer.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Okay. I thought you had been like commander-in-chief or something by now.
Yeah, right. No, nothing like that. Just a regular old grunt officer and special teams and stuff, so that's cool.
Yeah.
But
you like it?
Yeah, it's a lot different. A lot of people, for fun, when they ask me about it, I say, oh yeah, it's just like the movies, but it's not at all.
Right.
It's just for fun.
I think everybody's got misconceptions about everything though. Because of the way that Hollywood presents itself. Even down to the MMA fighters, and actually was it either Jordan or Charlotte and I were talking, it's like, it's like this real grandiose moment as you're like walking up to the ring, and doing your weigh-ins and all that. But there's this whole other side of your, this major side of your life, your full life on beyond that. And it's interesting. Anyway, I would just hope that they would give you the day off afterwards. So yes.
Front Street Fights.
Okay.
And also I was the featherweight champion for Combat Games.
Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of different, things to remember there. Anyway, getting a chance to hang with Nathan Superman Stolen again. So totally stoked. Nathan, hey buddy.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, it's going well. And how's yourself there, champ?
Oh, pretty good. Just training, really getting in that grind for the upcoming fight, end of July.
July 29th.
Yep.
Jalelip Casino.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be at the amphitheater there, so an outdoor venue.
Is it really? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh wow.
Yeah, it was I was wondering if it was going to be, because I've fought for Combat Games in the past, an outdoor event for Snoqualmie.
Yeah.
And I think it was hands down probably my favorite experience for
Really?
fighting. Like just it was nice weather. It was pretty hot, but I was fighting co-main event, so by that time the sun had gone down.
About perfect.
Still warm in the air, but there was like a light breeze, so it just gave off just a really nice vibe.
I'll bet.
Setting for fighting. I really enjoyed it. So
Man,
I'm
back.
pretty excited for this one too. I got to look online. I put it in to kind of check it out, and the amphitheater, and they must have done shows there in the past because they had a whole cage set up and kind of gave you an idea what it would look like. So I'm pretty
Cool.
stoked for that.
Very cool. I'd love to get a ticket. I need to check into that. What are tickets running? Do you know?
I'm
What's
not
the
sure. I think
range?
it was like 60, 70, 80, something like that, depending on the setting or the seats, because there's a lot of different areas for seating. And I don't know what front row was. I looked online. A lot of people were telling me that they couldn't even find front row available, but so I think that's about the price range for
Okay.
tickets, but
Okay.
I think it's going to be I think it's going to be
It's
worth
selling out.
it. Uh-huh.
It's going to be totally sold out. You know it is.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it a lot of I've got a lot of people, they're buying up all the seats in row F. If anyone wants to know, that's where all my people are getting seats.
Nice. Nice. Gonna hometown, gonna be there for sure. Dude, that is totally awesome. So going into the fight, you're going up against, I want to say, Darren Smith Jr.
Yes, that's my opponent.
Okay. Reason why I know his name is because he's got the same one as mine, so go figure. Um, yeah. So he's coming in with a good record though too. How far yeah. So he's coming in with a good record though too. How far into the night are you guys? Are you like the main event or like close
Uh,
to the main event?
yeah, I think we are if by looking at kind of the promotions like poster and stuff like that or announcements of the fight. Just
Right.
kind of judging by that, it looks like I might be like third to last, but these things are always subject to change. It's just
Right.
it's just a poster. So I'm not really sure, but 100% just yet. But as of right now, my guess would be third to last because
Okay.
it looks like a pretty good matchup for main event would be Anthony Hamilton and Matt Kovac. So that'll be a good one. I can see why that headliner.
No doubt. And Jordan's on the card.
Yeah.
How effing cool. Bad Company obviously going to be there with you guys too.
Mhm.
Okay. Hey, by the way, I heard you stepped in as coach for somebody here recently.
Yeah. Well, I jumped in for with Shiloh as his cornerman.
Right.
So, which I've done that before. I've helped corner people lots of times in the past. So as a team, when we need to do that for each other and step in and help, we obviously have our main coach, Jacob is he's a hell of a coach. He does a good job himself, but there's always good to have a second guy, and who better to do it than the people you train with, right? They understand how you fight. And
Exactly.
so when he needed somebody to come in and help him out, and so I jumped in on the opportunity to support him, go up there and help him.
Nice. I know he's totally appreciative of that too. It's funny because as I've talked with the guys, like there's kudos to you all over the place. Whether it's coming from them or coming from me. So it's like, you're a very, very awesome guy, and I totally appreciate these times with you. Well, I'm going to seriously look into possibly getting a ticket, and if I end up there, I'll let you guys know. But my hope is to see you guys the next day at the winery, though. I would love to have you guys there. Come in, just kick back with the family. There's going to be a shitload of cars, good music, food. I'd love you guys to see the venue, and I'd love to get a chance to hang. But fingers crossed. I'll leave it at that. Okay.
I checked. I looked online. I checked out some photos of the winery there to get a kind of an idea. What looks really nice.
Wait until you get. Man, just the area that I was in, like I was out by the vendors at this first event. Anyway, you know what? We'll talk about that later. Yes, you're right. Great winery, great venue. So I do have a couple of things. Where did I put my list? Good grief! Okay, great. So going into the upcoming fight, what is your what's your outlook? What are you expecting? What are you thinking?
Well, I think he's going to come out pretty heavy-handed. I mean, I don't do a whole lot of researching on guys. You know, I do a little bit, but I think I've said before in past interviews, you know, a lot can change in while you're in the fight. What you think you're going to do or what you think your opponent's going to do could change. And I think I just like to train and keep that out of my mind and kind of be reactive, you know, to things. But I, you know, predict it's going to be, I like to stand and fight. That's my priority. And from what it looks like or what my coach tells me, you know, he's going to probably like to stand and fight too as well. But, you know, I'm ready for anything. If he wants to take it to the ground, you know, we'll react that way. Or if I want to take it to the ground, you know, I'm always leave it open, you know, to whatever happens in the cage, you know, be prepared for. But,
Right.
you know, just kind of looking at his style and my style, I think it's going to be a clash up. And I'm fully 100% prepared for that. You know, that's my strengths. And if that's where he wants to keep the fight, then perfect. You know, let's do that.
Yeah. Now, is there a title? Is there a belt involved in this one?
No, not on this one.
Not yet. Okay. That's still coming.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I'm honestly, I probably am still I believe I'm still there featherweight with COVID. You know, COVID had shut a lot of shows down for a couple years. So there really wasn't a lot of fights going on and stuff. And I'd fought for them a little bit before COVID struck. And so I think technically I might still be the featherweight champion. You know, I think this is the first show since the start of COVID. I mean, I don't think I could make that weight anymore, but
no, but if you haven't handed the belt off to anyone and if they haven't asked for it back or whatever, you know what, champ, I think you're still the man. So
you never know, a featherweight, you know, or a lightweight belt could always be on the line. I'm grown pretty accustomed to fighting for belts, so
right. But you know what, though, COVID did away with a lot of stuff too. So, you know, whatever organization you want to belong to and say whatever. Yeah. So there weren't many fights at all during the whole like pandemic era then, huh?
I think there was a pretty good amount of time, like for a year or two. I think there was a couple shows that started to happen here and there when things started getting better, but then they got worse again. But
right,
yeah, most of the shows there just was not a lot of activity on,
and nobody wanted to be labeled as a spreader event either. So, you know, good thing they let us have birthday parties again. Oh, that's all I can say. So happy birthday a little bit early. What's the birthday?
Yep, June 23rd. So I got another 3 days.
Okay. We're that close to being co-Gemini, man. Yeah, happy birthday early. So what's the plan? What are you guys doing?
Well, I think probably the same thing I do every year. I like to take my birthday weekend and go out to my dad's property, camp, hang out with family, bring friends and family, and it's alongside the water there, so it's kind of nice alongside the.
We have to catch up right around this time of year every year. You notice that? It was last summer on one of our hottest days that you and I talked. I don't know if you remember that, but it was like one of the real hot ones.
Yeah, when it was about 100, it was record-breaking heat.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's funny what a difference a year makes. So we're gonna get a little bit trivial before we call it a day here. Let's see. I'm not gonna ask for a plug because I'll do that. Actually, I'll get plugs when I see you guys out at the winery. How's that? Okay. What's your favorite movie? People want to know. Give me a couple of your favorite flicks of all time.
Hitting me with a favorite movie one. Okay, well I got a couple that I can name right off. So probably one of my all times, just from childhood and all Jurassic Park. Got to give it the original Jurassic Park.
Nice. Yeah,
Love-
yeah.
And I mean, let's see, I like to throw comedies out there. That's one of my favorite genres. But
I'll tell you
I
what,
got
give me one from each genre. So they can give me go for it.
yeah, that's a good one. So I mean, what would you? All right, so like thriller, right? That would be probably counts as a thriller, right? Jurassic Park.
No, I'd call it action.
Action. I could see that.
Yeah.
A Jurassic Park. Comedy would probably be Wedding Crashers. And yeah, gotta give it to Wedding Crashers.
Oh, good team.
Joked about that movie. What's another?
Okay, so let's see. Drama. Just flat out.
Man, I don't know. I've never really sat down and thought about it. Actually,
I mean, 'cause that can be like biography of somebody. You know, like a true story. It could be, you know, I don't know. Dramas I don't watch much of.
yeah, I don't know. I might have to give that one some thought. Now I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Sci-fi. Science fiction.
All right, that's it. Let's see. Fantasy sci-fi. I'd probably give it to the trilogies, Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Love those. I love those movies.
Okay.
Watch all the time.
No doubt.
Probably put those in the same fantasy sci-fi.
I think so. Yeah. Cool. A friend of mine that does the music for Cirque du Soleil. They're down in Australia. Actually, they're in New Zealand right now. They're touring Australia and New Zealand for 4 months. How rough is that?
Right.
So I think he's going to check out the whole area where that was filmed, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh my gosh, yeah, beautiful area. Okay, cool. Let's see. Western fan at all?
Oh yeah. I like the westerns. I actually think for Western
theme.
I would say, I mean, I really love Good and the Bad, the Ugly.
Okay.
That's when I say Western, that one or when I hear Western, that one comes right off right to mind. Quick and the Dead, that's a good one. Classic. The Quick and the Dead.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you're hitting on some eras there. Wow. Okay, cool. Crime drama.
That could be oh man.
I know it's so hard. Yeah, give me one movie.
Sometimes it does kind of okay, let's say one that comes right off the mind. So I've been watching a lot of I go on Netflix or Amazon or Prime, you know, and I look up movies from like the 90s, crime drama movies or something I've never seen before. And there's quite a bit during that era.
Oh yeah.
Like Along Came a Spider, you know, that one. There's a bunch out there with like Morgan Freeman and you know, so I've just kind of been on a binger here and there about those ones. What's that one movie with Denzel Washington and he's going around tracking a serial killer that happens to be a demon that's possessing bodies?
Is that I know which one.
Right on the tip of my tongue too.
I was gonna say Seven, but that's Brad
That's
Pitt.
obviously that great, you know, everyone loves Seven, right? But I'm thinking these other movies that I come across that have big name actors like Morgan Freeman and Denzel Washington. This crime movie. So I'm gonna check this out. You know, I've never heard of this one, but those are some pretty good movies out there.
Actually, those are both great. And if I could find the right mouse, I would actually like pull up the information because this is gonna drive me nuts if I can't figure out that movie. Because I know exactly which one you're talking about.
He always knows it's the demon because demon always sings that, you know, time.
That's right. And isn't it the one that where like he can see in the eyes? That's like how he knows that it's like transferred onto something else.
Yeah, it shows the what the demon's seeing, so it gives you the viewer an idea. It gives you like perspective. Oh man, what is the name of that? Is it a?
Okay, I've got Denzel pulled up, so now it's just a matter of finding it. What do you think? What do you think it is?
We're gonna look through his. Is it? A time? No, it's not A Time to Kill.
Oh, as soon Fallen.
Fallen. That's it. Yep, that's it. Because he's
Nathan, I wasn't even thinking that. I knew it was like one word, but that wasn't even what I was thinking.
Oh man.
Fallen.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was a great one. That would almost be considered a horror movie though too, because it was a little bit spooky. So speaking of which, horror movies.
Horror movies, I would give it. I don't have a specific one probably, but I would give it to the Friday the 13th series.
Okay.
I've always been a fan of those movies. I've always been more Friday the 13th than Nightmare on Elm Street. So when they did that Freddy versus Jason, I was always rooting for Jason. So
see, and I'd already jumped off the bus at that point because I wasn't a big Freddy fan at all. I think the last movie that I saw was Dream Warriors, which was number 3.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, I was like, nope, I'm done. I don't care who he fights, and I don't care where he goes. I'm not a Freddy fan. So anyway, okay, cool. Let's see. And finally, the last one would be like cartoon, like animated movie.
Animated movies. Oh man. Well, if you want to count like Disney movies from back in the day, if I had to give it to one, it would probably be Lion King, because that was my all-time, favorite. Also, I was watching Jurassic Park and Lion King back to back.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
as far as the movies go,
Lion King was an amazing movie. It really was. All the way around. I quit watching when they started doing like Lion King 1.5 and Lion King, times 3 and STK, and it's just like, good grief, guys. Is Disney that tight on money that they have to recreate themselves, or like, yeah.
That's funny.
Gotta love Walt. Okay, cool. Hey, do you want to do any shout outs? I know that your time is precious and you've given me more than enough. So any shout outs you want to do before we head out of here?
Yeah, I'll give a couple of shout outs. I'll give a shout out to my buddy Jordan Harrington. I know he was on your show recently, and he's fighting also on the July 29th. So hopefully we can go out there and give it hell and both come back with the W's.
Ow! No doubt. To the W, because you're gonna get the next day off.
Yeah.
Okay, so actually, depending on when this airs, I am just gonna say, so guys, what we've been talking about is a hopeful event that I'll be able to have all 3, Jordan Harrington, Shiloh Borden, and Nathan Superman Stolen out at the winery on the event, the car show, 2nd annual, on July 30th from noon to 5. Watch the website for information. Anyway, it's going to be a great day. Hopefully I can get him out there. That's what we're talking about. Okay, cool. Now that I totally took us off track with that, sorry. Okay, go for it though. That was a shout out. Give me another one.
Another shout out. See, I'll give a shout out to my manager Brian Hansen over there. He's been managed me from Texas, so
Wow.
he's
nice.
Yep. Haven't seen him for a minute, but hopefully we'll get the chance to go and visit him.
Cool.
But shout out to him.
All right.
Shout out to my coach, Jacob Allison, just for being a fantastic coach and being on our side and helping us out, and through the wins and through the losses, it's where we've been hanging in there and built a pretty strong little family here at the gym for the past 8-10 years I've been here.
Nice. Very cool. All right. Let's see. I know I'm going to end up forgetting something. So I guess, is there anything that you want to put in at all? Actually, like, word to the world. Yeah, word to the world. I haven't gotten one of those from you in a while. What's your word to everybody?
Word to the world. Word of the world. Let me see. What kind of wisdom do I have that I can pull from my mind right here for everybody? Probably go out there and find somebody. Probably go out there and find somebody who might need it and be positive role models, be mentors to somebody. In my line of work, I see that that's probably a lot of people's downfall, is not having positive people to kind of show them how to the right paths in life. You know, sometimes they cling to negative role models and people are not mentoring the correct way, you know. So that would what I would recommend to everybody, or my word of advice is just think about being positive mentors to people and being positive role models to somebody.
No doubt, no doubt. You're totally right though, because people look up to people. You know, that's just kind of human nature. And if the person you're looking up to is not one of the good ones, you know, that's what you're going to gravitate towards. So yeah, cool. Well, thank you. I totally appreciate that. All right. Well, so guys, cutting this short. On behalf of Nathan Superman Stolen out in Aberdeen, Washington, I'm DJ D Phoenix coming to you from Olympia, Washington. You've been watching KONVOS tonight, our MMA edition. And Nathan, thank you so much, man. Totally appreciate some time.
Yeah, no problem at all. Thanks for having me on your talk show.
Cool. And we want to send them where? I know he's on Facebook. I think Nathan's on Instagram. If you put in Nathan Superman Stone, he's going to come up somewhere, no doubt. He's on YouTube, so do check it out. I don't think he's on Spotify yet. Not yet.
Not yet. What do they do? Do they do something with Spotify other than just music now?
No, we were expecting an album coming out.
An album? Yeah, I was like, Spotify? What do they do now? Social media account? No?
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Well, not that we know it. Well, they do podcasts, though. So...
Yeah, well, you can definitely catch me on Instagram and Facebook.
There you go.
Me on Instagram and Facebook.
There you go. At least for now, anyway. We'll work on the single later. All right, guys. Anyway, so do check him out online. Nathan Superman Stolen. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back after these messages. I'm DJ D Phoenix. Over and out. All right. Cool video. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Cool.